Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. So today I'm in St. Joseph's Cemetery in County Cork. Some amazing monuments here, headstones. So let's have a look around. Fine monument. Michael Barry. Erected by Michael Barry for the memory of David, who died in 1861. It's obelisk style monument. It's quite large, this cemetery, St. Joseph's Cemetery. And this one has a lovely railing around it. There's 3 little headstones here, 2 little headstones of one monument in memory of Lizzie, the fondly loved and affectionate child of Martin Mellerick, who died September the 20th, 1865, aged 19 years old. And his other family members, the Minahans. Patrick died 1951. His beloved wife Margaret died June 2004. And then the other side we have John, died in 2002, more recently. But it's a lovely little monument with the cross on it. And here's another little one. Erected to the memory of Dennis O'Connor, who departed this life in the 1800s. It's hard to read it. Age 55 years old. Also his son John Joseph O'Connor, 1865, age 31 years old. As you can see, there's 4 pillars, small pillars on this monument. But what a fine monument that is. So I'm lucky today, guys, with the weather, because I was here earlier with Serenity Sue and I wanted to do a video here as well, a separate video, and the weather wasn't very kind, but it's brightened up a bit, thank God. So I'm going to go down this way, guys, and we can read some more of these monuments and headstones in St. Joseph's. So we left Wexford this morning, and it's a long drive, but it's worth it because all these places are worth seeing. They're really beautiful. You can hear the birds singing in the background. And this one here is rusty. The railing all around it is very rusty, broken away. But it's a fine monument. I think that's St. Joseph in the middle, holding a child, to commemorate the memory spent life. This monument is erected by Cornelius Mahony to his beloved wife Catherine. She died in 1873, aged 80 years old. And he died in 1888, aged 98 years old, it looks like. Oh, that is a fine monument, guys. And this cemetery is full of fine monuments. It's kind of like a smaller version of Mount Jerome, really, to look at it. There's another quite large monument as well. The size of these monuments, they're very big. And imagine the amount of money it would have cost back in the 1800s to erect these monuments. And the men that carved them and the men that designed them. In our charity, pray for the repose of the soul of Mary, the last surviving daughter of Timothy Duff, who died in March 1880, aged 22 years old. Wow, the last surviving daughter of Timothy Duff. She was only 22 when she died. And there's this other fine monument here as well. Look at this one. Stunning looking. And you can see there, guys, I'll show you closer. Look at that cherub with the wings. And his beloved daughter, this is Nora Murphy, died 1873, aged 20 something years old. It's hard to read that, guys. But isn't that a fine monument as well? Absolutely amazing. As I said, the work that goes into these monuments back in the 1800s, it's just remarkable to see them. And it's really cemetery art to see all these places. People wonder why people come to cemeteries. You know, people love cemeteries. It's peaceful. There's cemetery art here, there's monuments here, there's history, there's everything to see here. You know, cemeteries are an amazing place. And this one here, guys, just looks kind of unusual. And there's a little entrance area here, so I'm going to go in and have a closer look. Joseph Edward, 1885, I think it says, rest in peace. But that's a very unusual grave. Now it's a cross. As you can see, it's a cross on top of it. But it's very unusual. I've never seen one like this. You can see the tops here. They're almost like handles, or that you could nearly twist on top of them. Maybe you could twist these off and the cross comes up. But I've never seen one like that before in my travels. But it's beautiful looking to see and unusual. And I wonder, is there anything else on the other side that we could read? In loving memory, Dennis Hayes, it looks like, 1883. And there's an 1865 on it as well. But it's a lovely, and you can see all the monuments around here, guys. There's another lovely one here. All those old style rusty iron railings that goes around them. And it's just monument after monument here. Stunning looking monuments. Let's see, can we read this one? Just here. There's a little gate here, guys. See the little rusty old gate? And I don't think that gate opens anymore, unfortunately. But there's another monument here as well. Isn't that just beautiful? And at the back of it then there's and it looks like Roach. It's Ronan. There's another one just behind it, a little cross. And here we have another memory of a dear husband and father, Joseph O'Mahony, late of Evergreen Buildings, age 41 and died in 1967, and his loving wife Elizabeth died November 2012, age 85. Also our darling son Barry, who went to heaven in November 1952, age 12 months. Very sad. And there's a lovely photo there of Joseph and Elizabeth. Beautiful picture. And I've noticed a lot where I go around the cemetery, there's these things on the ground here, and it says entrance to vault. And I don't know why it says entrance to the vault, because these are just footpaths that go all the way around the cemetery. And you can see where the cemetery leads, just all around the area. But why it says entrance to the vault, I don't know, unless they're talking about these ones that are just here. There must be a vault underneath the ground of these monuments, guys, which is quite unusual. I've never seen it on a footpath like that before, or a pathway. And it says erected by Stephen O'Sullivan in the memory of his beloved wife Mary. So it's definitely a vault underneath those monuments. The vault entrance would be underneath the ground, but they've obviously tarmacked the area, and in time it's closed up and new pathways have come in place. But the sign is still there where it says entrance to vault. And wow, look at this. Burial place of John Toomey and family. John Toomey, who died in 1894. Age 6 years old. And just look at that for a monument. An angel. And she looks like she's in mourning, the angel. And each side then you have two urns with the veil over the urn. And if the veil is halfway on the urn, I think the life was cut short, I do believe. But just up above it then it says Margaret Toomey died in 1867, aged 6 years old. Edward Patrick died 1873, aged 12 months. Agnes Margaret, 1873, aged 5 years old. Anne, 1875, aged 2 years old. John, 1882, aged 10 years old. Joseph, 1883, aged 7 years old. And Francis William, 1888, aged 21 years old. And so on. Wow, so many young people interred in this grave. 12 months, 5 years old, 2 years old, 10 years old, 7 years old. But what a beautiful final resting place and monument here for the Toomey family. And it's so sad to see all those young people interred in this plot. So rest in peace to the Toomey family. And here's a big Celtic cross. And you've seen in my last video I did in County Kerry, that was a big Celtic cross. This one here is not as big as the one in Kerry, but it is a big Celtic cross also. John Windle, it says on it. And all the orange lichen and designs on this Celtic cross as well. Look at that. John Windle. Really nice Celtic cross. There's a new section in this cemetery as well. I believe the new section might be up that direction over there. There's new and there's old. But it's a friar, a friar monk that founded the cemetery here for the poor people. So I'm sure there's a lot of people buried here as well from the famine that couldn't afford to have their own headstones, maybe, or final resting place. There's a mausoleum just over there as well. But as you can see, guys, it just gets better and better with all the monuments. I'm going to try and read this one here. Daniel, 1839. And it's kind of faded away. And look at this monument. It's like a pillar style monument. The burial place of William Holmes, it looks like, and family, 1837. Anne Holmes died 1872. Thomas Holmes is also interred here, and William Hubert Holmes, 1882. And isn't that a lovely little monument as well? Look at that. All the lichen on it. See a lot of that here in Ireland. The orange, the white, all the different colour lichens. And the monuments are so stylish looking in here. There's another example. I've never seen one like this before. Sacred to the memory of Hatton Conran, a great esquire who died in 1836, aged 65 years old. May he rest in peace. And it's almost like a piece of furniture. It has that look.